tell you, first of all, I'm so proud of these guys. And you know, a lot of you don't know this, but the neat thing is, they've actually indulged me here by allowing myself to be with these guys each week. Each Thursday, I pray with these guys. Even when I was out of town having to do things, I pray with them early in the week just so I could be a part of their lives. And I'll tell you something, guys. I know that you have parents that are proud of you, your community's proud of you, but I just want to say just a couple of different brief things. It's really brief. But first of all, you guys, I think you have done incredible, and I know all the parents and the community is going to agree. Last year, no doubt, I think that you guys were kind of overlooked a little bit because of the talent, and it's good respect for the guys that graduated last year and came out as state champs last year, and you guys were part of that as well. But what you guys did this year is just phenomenal and unbelievable. You guys all stepped up, defensive, offensive, and all the special teams. And again, I told the coaches this afternoon, coaches, you got an incredible coaching staff. Wonderful. But I also want to say this too, and I want to say this too, that you know, guys, you know, I know a lot of it. You know, some of you do too, but I'm all in all these different school districts and around the community quite a bit. And I'll tell you, and I said this 9 years ago, what it was, in 2011, when we first did this, down at the Temple, downtown, in Kirtland there. And I'm telling you something, there's something so special about this community and the people that are here. And I'm just so thankful to be a part of it. I'm sorry, for those who don't know, I'm Jim Davis, Pastor Jim Davis. I've been around the community for a long time, for those who don't know me. Okay, but it also, and I appreciate, you know, Coach Liberty really allowed me to be with the team. I've been doing this for several years, each week with these guys. It is just unbelievable. But I want to tell you guys something, as I told you earlier today, that you know what, and I know you all know this, the parents, the community knows this, but what you're about to embark on tomorrow night could be something that as talented and as gifted we've been for the last 8 out of 9 years going to state game, and 4 of those years winning the state championship. And this will be the first time in the history of Kirtland, with all the talent that we've had these last 9 years, it's the first opportunity you guys get to have that 30-0 and to be state champs back to back. And I know I'm not putting pressure on you guys because you know what? Because you know what? You guys have been focused from day one. The first game of the season, it's going to be tough. Second game, tough. Third game, tough. And then the first playoff game, incredible how you guys came. And even last week, what you did, phenomenal on the things that you guys did. So what a blessing. And all the parents of these young men here, thank you for raising the way you did, because they are young men because of what you did in your households, bringing them up in this incredible community we have here in Kirtland. So God bless you, and thank you so much. And I know that we've got others that are going to be sharing too. Let me just briefly, I'm going to pray, just God bless this night, and bless our weekend, and bless safe travels, and all for all of us. Father, I just thank you so much for the opportunity for these young men, and what the gifts and abilities. God, thank you for the families represented. Thank you so much for the community. And I'm so glad, God, that we did this, because it doesn't ever get old. And these guys have something so special this year. And how they've united as a team. And how we've been there with them as families and as a community. And we thank you, God, for the incredible blessings that you bring us each day. Even with some of the little bumps in the road, and some of the injuries, and some of the sicknesses, and those things that come along life's path, Lord, I thank you for strengthening us every day as individuals, as a team, as families, and as a community. And God, I ask for your safe travels, for all of us, for safe travels tomorrow, coming and going, both teams, all folks, and even there's folks down there now, and all the games that have been going on the weekend. God, what I ask your special blessing upon these young men. And they come out victorious tomorrow. But God, they'll play their hardest. And as we talked earlier, God, that it's all about that, just playing their hearts out. And that determination, God, of being the best that they can be. And they'll come out victorious as we pray. In your blessed name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you again, and thank you. God bless you guys.
Thank you for the invitation to come here tonight and to say a few words. And as Jim said, this is a great community. I've been a part of the community for 15 years. And I just want to thank the players and the coaches and the administration and the school community to allow me to say a few words. This is great. 8 days ago, I sat down with my family like many of you did, and we were celebrating Thanksgiving. And just to let you know, I have 6 brothers. So there's 7 of us, and 2 other brothers wear one of these. So you would think that when we get together, what do we talk about? We very rarely talk about religion. We very rarely talk about politics. And I just happened to be sitting with two of my younger brothers who are both married, and we all played high school athletics. My one brother went on to play college basketball. Another brother coached high school basketball on the west side for 12 years. And so we started talking about sports. We talked about the Browns. We talked about the Cavaliers. We talked about LeBron. We talked about Ohio State football. And we talked about the upcoming NCAA playoffs. We talked about the upcoming college basketball season. And then my brother, who's the coach, turned at me and said, well, how do they do it out there? I'm like, what? He goes, out in Kirtland, how do they do it out there? And I said, are you talking about the football program? He said, yeah, how do they do it out there? So, well, and kind of, I don't know if your coaches do that, but they kind of stare at you, they give you that coach's look, like they're expecting the right kind of answer. So he gave me his coach's look, and I paused for a few moments, and I said, well, I think three things really come to mind. The first thing is when you experience Kirtland football, you know that there's desire. There's a desire to succeed, and there's a desire that says, I'm never satisfied. Second word is passion. You like what you do. You love what you do, and it seems to me that when you're out there, you're also having fun, which is really an important thing when you're playing athletics. So there's this desire and passion. I looked at my brother and I said to him, I'm trying to look for another word that would describe when you experience Kirtland football. And then it came to my mind. I said, excellence. And excellence, he kind of looked at me and goes, what do you mean by that? I said, excellence is knowing what you're supposed to do and you perform it at its highest level. And then he said, he kind of looked at me, so what do you mean by that? And I said, excellence is what you know you're supposed to do and you perform it at its highest level, and your opponent knows what you're going to do and that you're going to perform it at its highest level. And I said, here's the kicker when it comes to excellence, that you know what you're supposed to do, you perform it at its highest level, and there's nothing that your opponent can do about it. Because when you strive in excellence, nothing can stop you. What a great opportunity tomorrow night. Under the lights, 8 o'clock. Fortunately, I won't be there, but I already told the priest that I live with, we're ordering out. We're going to sit down in front of that TV set and we're going to watch the game. And he said, yeah, that's right. I'll be there right with you. So tomorrow night, as you have shown throughout the entire year, desire, passion, and I would like to say to you, good luck, but to me, that's just a cliche. It is. I'm sure probably many people, good luck tomorrow. I don't want to say that. What I want to say is that last word, but I also want to amplify it with another word which means I believe. And it's not just that I believe, but we all believe. The school community and the Kirtland community. So tomorrow night, go out and be excellent. Amen. Amen.
In about 3 minutes, I think you guys are going to be saying, why didn't we elect Father Dave or Jim Davis today? Thanks, Father Dave. Is there a head football coach? Okay. Thanks, Father Dave.
He's hiding.
We're lucky to have him in our corner. And certainly, I've been lucky to have him in my life. He's helped my family and so many other families in this community, get through a lot of adversity, some challenging times. And I always know he's in our corner, and I can't thank him for that enough, and wouldn't trade him for the world. So, speaking of great spiritual leaders, in don't let your head get too big on this one, Father. St. Francis of Assisi said, start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and then suddenly you are doing the impossible. Kirtland football seems to do that every year, but it's by doing those necessary things first, right? You guys are working year-round, season after season, since you're little kids, watching your big brothers, watching your friends, watching your neighbors, and just, developing that determination and drive to put you guys where you guys are here tonight. And I can just tell you that the Kirtland community is so very, very proud of all of you guys for not only the wins and the opportunity to go play a state championship game tomorrow night, but for the respect that you guys show on the field. To me, that's what amazes me. It's not amazing that you guys do it, but that you're able to do it over and over and over again. So thank you for that, because it makes me very proud and everyone else in our community so incredibly proud to be a part of this and to watch and root you guys on. It feels really good. So, I had this whole thing that I was going to kind of read off of, but there's not a ton to say here except for thank you guys. Thanks to the cheerleaders, thanks to the band, thanks to your coaches and the staff. Like Father said, he was over on the west side, and what did they ultimately end up talking about? Kirtland football. And, anywhere I go around the city, around the county, and I'm sure you guys and your parents and friends, neighbors, we all experience this, but it's because of those things I mentioned, the leadership and the respect that has been instilled in you guys, and you guys, exude on the football field. So tomorrow night, the score when that clock runs down to 0, to me, and I can promise you probably for every other person in this room, doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot, because you guys, we will have known that you guys tried your hardest, worked your hardest from the off season every week for the last 14 weeks, to whatever happens tomorrow, we will all be so incredibly proud. Now, does that think that I don't think you guys are going to go out there and take it to them and win this game? No, it doesn't mean that, because I believe that you guys have that in you. I watch you play all year, and I think that's going to happen. So, God bless Kirtland Hornets, God bless Kirtland Hornet football, and this great community that we live in. Thank you.
Anyone know how to turn off the lights?
Lights. There's switches back there by the doors.
Is there a clamper?
Turn off.